Hey everyone, Casey Reefer here, bringing you sort of an unscheduled update. So, some good news is that we got a couple of new tank inhabitants, one of which is hiding, but you can see one right here. We have a little Valentini puffer. Beautiful fish and not particularly reef safe, but I think the growth on my SPS corals kind of outweighs whatever potential damage he can do. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot, and if not, then I've got a couple of other tanks that we might have a home for him in. Some other good news is that I got a Walt Disney Acropora. Just a little itty bitty frag. See if I can zoom in, and you're not really going to be able to appreciate the color here. Yeah, way too far back in the tank for you to actually see anything, but just figured I'd update you guys with that. That's going to light acclimate for a couple of days here, and then following that we'll find a permanent place for him. I'm just showing you guys the rest of the tank here because in that first video I really just did a very broad overview. But yeah, on to the bad news. So as I sort of briefly covered in the introduction video, I was setting up a frag system we're in the progress of. And here we are. As you can see, I kind of started to fill it with water, and kind of every aquarist nightmare, got a mess on the floor, and actually that was kind of my own making. But as far as the tank itself is concerned, I'm going to try to get around the back here and get kind of a decent shot, but you can kind of see the water bubbling up. I've got a really nasty base seam leak, so this whole thing is going to have to be resealed. I didn't really know what condition this thing was stored in. I just kind of saw an aquarium at a decent price and I jumped at it, so I should have known better, but you live and you learn. So whatever I have left this next weekend here, I'll probably spend some time trying to cut out the silicone and putting this thing back together. Kind of sucks considering I've got some plumbing hanging off and overflow blocks and all that already in there. It's not going to be quite as simple as, you know, putting together a regular glass box, but I guess that's okay. Go back around the front here. I adjusted my lighting a couple of days ago since I had a par meter that was readily accessible, and top of the water columns probably around 350 to 400, and the bottom's probably close to 150, so 250 right in the center, which you would think is ideal, but seems like it might be a little bit too much. This guy's kind of getting burned from the anemone here, but even behind that you can see it's getting roasted a little bit. And I'm having a similar effect here with the Christmas tree monopora. You can see it's kind of whiting out, so probably gonna have to crank down these lights a little bit, or at least cut the T5s back for an extra hour and see what kind of effect that possibly has. You can see we've got some pretty nice zoas here. I'm surprised that feather duster's still going, considering the copper band being there. You can see he's got some ick. That bottom frag tank was actually going to be a quarantine system. I kind of planned on plopping him in there, but considering that the other one's leaking now, I'm not so sure that will work. So I don't know. I'll sort of try to keep everyone updated on what's going on. Try to keep these videos limited to their regular uploads. Otherwise, I'm sure everyone will get bored. So I'll just say that's probably it for now. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Have a good weekend.